Hey everybody, so I want to share a little bit of a testimony. You know how we're always talking about how God multiplies stuff when we give to Him? And I just want to share something that happened to me last year. So last year was the first year that the Lord really challenged me to give more than the 10% tithe. I always had given the 10%, and I didn't even give it directly to the church. I gave it actually to other ministries or other missionaries, but the Lord was challenging me to give 10% of what I made to the church, and then an additional $25 per week to missions. And I wasn't really making that much money last year, but I decided I was going to do it anyways and obey Him. And so then after about 3 months of doing that, I felt like He was telling me to quit my night job because I had just applied for the IRS 501c3 status for my nonprofit, and I was going to be needing my evenings. Well, I wasn't really sure, oh my gosh, I don't know how this is going to work. So I just told the Lord, I said, all right, look, I'm not making enough money. I'm still going to be faithful in tithing the $25 per week additional for missions. But, if you really want me not to work in the evenings, I need you to come have my director tell me that I don't need to be working evenings. And so that next day I came into work and my director came to me and she's like, hey, Rachel, we've been having a lot of extra teachers that we're hiring and I really could use some hours for them. Would you mind giving up your evening hours for them? And I was shocked, completely shocked. And I said, okay, sure, no problem. And so I gave it up. Well, that night I got a phone call that somebody wanted to make a large donation to me to be able to start my nonprofit, to be able to buy a new car and buy things that I needed. So I made last year $14,000. That's it. That is what I made from teaching, just $14,000. And then I went today and I calculated all my expenses and everything. I'm preparing to do my taxes. So I made $14,000 last year only, just teaching. But my teaching expenses and my ministry expenses totaled $32,083 last year, okay? With that $32,083, I bought a new car, I bought a new phone, and I bought a new computer for ministry and teaching and that. I ended the year with $0 debt, okay? No debt at all. In fact, I was able to pay off I think at the beginning of last year, I had $1,200 in debt. That was able to get paid off. Also at the beginning of last year, I had $7,000 in hospital bills that the Lord was able to get paid off, okay? And so I ended the year with $0 debt. I just want to say that God is good, and when we give Him everything, He will take it and He will multiply it regardless of what it is. So if you don't have a lot of time, just give Him the little bit of time you have. He will multiply it. If you don't have a lot of money, just give Him the little bit of money you have. He will multiply it. If you don't have these big fancy gifts or education, just give Him the little bit you have and He will multiply it. Guys, I'm so serious. We are coming into the end times and the Lord wants to use what you have. So I just want to encourage you, please, please, please don't look at what you have and say, oh, no, I don't have enough to help God. Give it to God. I literally only made $14,000 last year living in Orlando, Florida. And all of this stuff happened. So I just want to encourage you guys, whatever you have, give it to God. Trust God with it. And He's going to make it work. I promise. And I just want to add one thing. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to do anything. Seriously, I just want you guys to see and understand how amazing God is and how He works. And I wanted to share with you some of the fruit from being obedient as well last year. So with Zoe's Well, we hosted 2 block parties and 2 worship prayers in the park. We had a Christmas outreach also at Hankins Park. Over 400 people were presented with the gospel at these events. 29 people were saved. 14 people were baptized. There were 126 people invited to go to church. We had 7 churches connected to these ministries, working together, united together to accomplish the task of the kingdom. Over 100 backpacks were donated for the back to school outreach. Over 200 gifts were given at Christmas time. We had 92 volunteers serving between 6 churches. We had a man delivered from drugs at one event, and one lady was delivered from demon possession at another event. Hundreds of people received prayer for personal issues, families, and healing. So I just wanted to share those statistics so you could kind of see like the fruit of what it looks like to be obedient. For some people, you probably have more fruit if you've done something like this. And for others, you might not have as much. It doesn't matter. God just wants us to take the talents that he's given us and use them. Don't bury them. Don't bury them because it's so small and you're afraid you're going to waste it. Just use it. Use it. Trust me. I promise it's all going to work out.